Yo, yo, everyone. I'll be with you in 1 minute. How is everyone? Who's here? Who's in the chat? We've got Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all running at the same time. So there's a few different groups of people here. But let me know who's in the chat. Hello, Earthlings. Jose Hato from Peru. How you doing, mate? Hope you're good. Yo, here we go. Let's check this out. Vasi, how you doing, mate? I absolutely love these Night City wires. Oh shit. Every day digging the grave. Stepping up here with the snakes. Is this volume loud enough, guys? Can you hear me talking loud enough and the actual gameplay?
Hello and welcome to Night City Wire Episode 3.
Hello.
The show from us at CD Projekt Red, where we talk about all things Cyberpunk 2077.
Nice.
In today's
That's
episode,
what we want.
We're going to start by taking you on a tour of Night City in a new gameplay video and have a chat with senior level designer Miles.
Yeah, Baby Yoda.
Then we're going to introduce
Did you see the
to
video that I did?
gangs of Night
Stupid.
City in another new gameplay video and have a chat with Matayush from our quest team. Then before we finish today's episode, we're going to give you a look at some of the incredible finalists in our PC case modding contest.
Come on then.
And we have some information that PC players have been waiting to hear. So let's get started. It's time to take you on a tour of Night City.
Good. Guys, if you don't know what Cyberpunk is, it's like the upcoming game that's coming out. It looks amazing. It's like my favourite game and I've not even played it. So it makes sense.
Oh my god, Juanita here. Today's news
My
is
mic any
Nova
better?
Max.
Hi there. New to Night City? It's not so bad here.
How we feeling today? Cause I feel amazing.
The food, the Thai on 7th and Hayward, the pierogies down by the docks.
Our home.
The details just look so good in this game.
Always, your business is my business.
And this is your world news update.
Look how dense the world is. This world's gonna be so sick. It's basically a game for adults, you said, so you can basically you can pull hookers, you can take hookers home, you can have sex with them, you can customize your dick,
We
you
are
can customize your tits.
America. And I don't
It's
know
mad.
how we're gonna fix it.
The homeless population in Night City has risen by 300%.
Crime in Night City is now double the rate than in the new United States.
What was that? What's going on then? I can actually see like this is actually going to be the future of like the Earth. Imagine in like 100 years or something, it'll be like this.
On your own, you're fucked.
Keanu Reeves is the main guy in this game as well. We've got Keanu
Well, on
Reeves
that
as
note,
the
that's
main,
it for
one of the main
today's Info
guys.
Flash.
Sick.
Sleep tight, Night City. The grass ain't greener anywhere else.
Night City. What does it mean to you? How well do you know its history? Who was Richard Knight? How many stations are in the NCART system? Which city district boasts the best burrito in town? The answers to these questions and more can be found at the address at the bottom of your screen. Check it out and fall in love with Night City all over again.
Yeah, sounds lovely, yeah. Like, if you could just go anywhere in this world, which I know you can, but if you can get like a ship and fly about as well, anywhere, it'd be fucking mint. Buying that. So that's the date that the PlayStation 5 comes out in the UK.
Night City is one of our stars of this episode. There is actually quite a lot to talk about. So let's start at the beginning. How did Night City come to be? Because yes, it exists in the world of the tabletop, but how do you take that and make what we've got now?
It's not an Xbox exclusive, no mate.
Imagine,
PlayStation and
making a
Xbox.
city that is as big and complex as Night City is quite the ambitious project. First off, we sat down and we were really considering what is it that we wanted to do with Night City. In a way, Night City is
it's not next gen
the
either.
style of Cyberpunk, right? It is one of its main characters.
It's coming out on
We wanted
PS4
to
and Xbox
make
One.
A city that is
But you can get a
very,
free
very
upgrade to
believable, right?
PlayStation
I mean,
5
the
and
word
Xbox
immersion
Series
gets
X.
thrown around a lot, but really, we wanted you to be able to dive into it and feel like this is a real place. And then secondly, we also wanted to provide enough variety between districts so that exploring Night City will always be fun, right? There's no point in making a city that is
I wanna
all
fly about like
same-ish,
that.
and you know, it doesn't really matter where you go because once you've been through one district, you feel like you've been through all of them. So for that, we first off started taking a look at the real-life geography that Night City is located on, and that would be on the coast of California. Knowing that Night City would be a coastal city gave us a bit of insight into what we would expect from the city layout. You'd expect the
I'm not getting on any
expect
decks.
huge industrial
Sick of
areas that would
decks.
facilitate this kind of trade that you would assume a city of this type would have with the world. And then we went through and actually divided the city into several districts, 6 of them, and some of them are based on the original lore. We decided to give their own characteristics in terms of architecture, their demographics, the kind of people that would live there, and also the function within the city. Each of these districts in turn we divided into further sub-districts, which we further characterized using the more grand theme of the larger district. This process, I think, has resulted in a city that feels quite alive, has a lot of character, where each district feels like its own distinct zone without feeling separated from the larger picture. And that results in something that allows the player to easily navigate even the complex concrete jungles of Night City simply by looking around and always having a rough idea where you actually are.
But Night City is clearly so different from anything we've ever created with The Witcher. Can you give us some idea about
Who's played The
what's
Witcher
an
3,
insight
by the way,
into
guys?
How big and like how densely packed
This is the same
Night
guys who
City
made The
really
Witcher
is.
3. So it's
Yes.
going to be
So,
amazing. If you play that
I'm
game,
not
you know how good it
exaggerating
is.
when I'm saying that Night City is easily the most complex thing that I or the others have worked on. The city is super organic, right? It's not like a chessboard layout, but the layout of the city is crazy, and you can tell that it grew in phases, right? Where buildings have been built on top of each other, and I guess the mega buildings that we have showcased are a great example of this. You'll actually see that they are located on some kind of pillar.
They've been
you know,
working on
and
this
then
game for about
expand outside, and then
5
up,
or 7
up
years
high
or
into the
something?
sky, and
No, longer
underneath
than
it,
that.
you'll have space
Ages.
for other buildings.
I think it's about
yields
7 years,
a lot
actually.
of interesting experiences when it comes to exploration, and that's the one thing I'm most excited about for players to experience. We've been saying that our exploration is super
Yoda does look like
vertical,
one of
right?
Get Some on
But what
Decks.
this really means is that it changes the way you explore the city. Compared to our previous games, you won't be able to easily set out on a target in the distance, right? You won't be able to say, oh, there's a castle on a hill over there, I'll try to get there, and then you'll be lost on the way. But here it's much more intimate, much more moment to moment. You might be roaming the cities and get a call by your fixer who informs you about a job nearby that you might be able to do, right? Or you find an alleyway and you walk down one of the many, many alleyways that the city has to offer, and it's always a surprise. You don't know if you might stumble upon some gangers hanging out that are up to no good. Sometimes, and these are the moments that I often get surprised with, you'd even stumble upon the odd elevator that is meant to connect parts of the, you know, different layers of the city, and it's quite astonishing sometimes to see
It's gonna be
where
so
you come out
dense
when
and
you
you
enter
can,
one
like,
of these, and you know,
it's gonna
find
feel
that,
like
oh,
it's
this
proper
is actually how it
alive,
connects to the world. That's
which is
crazy.
sick,
And now
because a
I'm
lot of
here,
open world
now I know
games
there's a shortcut
don't do that
I can
so
take.
well.
And again, this all serves to really enhance this sense of wonder that we all come to love from open world games, and the whole city is built to cater to that.
I mean, you guys have really
Good,
brought Night
that's
City
very
to life,
good
and I
news.
really want to make a point of that. It is a living, breathing city. So as a level designer, can you give us some insight into those little touches that you guys have made? Because I hear you guys have even been placing rubbish by hand.
Oh yes, we've been placing quite a bit of rubbish, and that's certainly one of the more glorious parts of being a level designer.
It's
or
like all the little
environment
details
artist,
that
where you
they're
get to
doing.
litter the
It's just
streets
so
that
good.
you've
Like,
spent time building
spending ages
with the
just putting
garbage.
rubbish
but
around.
It's details such as this that we find really important to make the city feel
Aliens
alive. And
kidnapped my
also,
wife. Did you see
we
that?
take great pride in the process of making this, right? We have a lot of fun actually placing a lot of what we call mini stories, right? These are little encounters that you can find when you simply walk along the streets. Of course, we have huge quests, right? Side quests. We have lots of side activities that you can do. But it always
I think
is nice
Keanu
to just
Reeves is the
kinda
best choice
stop
you could have
down for
ever
a
had
minute
to
and take
have as a
look at your
character in this game.
surroundings, that we have so lovingly created, and try to see if there maybe isn't something that you can be a little detective for. Now, one other thing that I think is really, really cool is also the fact that we have actually named every single street in the city. So not only
Sick.
will NPCs be able to communicate
You'll be able
their
to find out where
locations
you're
or
going by the
places
names of the
they want
streets.
to visit by sort of
I like that.
referring to the street names, but also you will be able to talk to your friends about it in that way, right? Have you been to Poplar Street in Japantown, for example? And I
Sick.
think this is a small detail, but the philosophy that we have with these kind of things is that, you know, many, many small things contribute to the sum of it, which is hopefully then you being able to explore a city that you feel is truly alive and that
Okay,
you
though.
haven't been experiencing before.
Well, Miles, thank you so
I
much
actually
for
can't
giving
wait.
us your
I'm
insight.
getting
I
this day
suppose
one,
when
by the way,
game
on the
launches, you
19th
could be
of
an official
November.
Night
I've got a
City tour guide
PlayStation
instead,
5.
right?
I might
I'll
be,
tell you in a
yeah.
minute.
You know, if this game dev thing doesn't work out for me, I might retire and become a tour guide in Night City.
So,
Don't forget that if you are tuning in late or if you just want to watch anything again, we will be uploading everything.
yeah, so on the 19th of November, that's when the PlayStation 5 comes out in the UK and this game comes out. So I'm
It's
getting
time
that.
to introduce
Definitely
you
live
to the
streaming it.
gangs of Night City.
I bet the music's sick in this as well. I know they've got a lot of techno music in it, which is going to be good for us lot to play in it.
You know how things work in Night City.
I got the disc drive PS5, mate.
Stronger survive. But that's how things stand. You're either somebody, or you fizzle out into nothing.
Den Sea ain't a city that lets you get by without buddies.
Be very careful, my friend. We are all so far from home.
Which gang's the city's biggest and baddest, according to the NCPD?
Scavs hold the body count title. Or Maelstrom, depending on the season. One time, a Maelstrom
Maelstrom.
ganger
So
killed a
these are the
young
guys who
kid
got like
right in
the-
front of my eyes for shits and giggles.
The AI built into like the heads and
Psychos.
shit.
And who the fuck are you to say what can and can't be? I'm gonna introduce you to our meat grinder. About time we had some fun! Think Maelstrom never forgets? Never!
I hate these Borg fuckers.
Just a gang like any other, right?
I'll take the Valentinos. They follow God and the
Valentinos.
Santa Madre. Honor means something to them.
How'd you meet Jackie?
We started out together.
But it was so much fun
Valentinos?
making the game like
In the
this.
fucking Bible book club. I gotta give style points to the Valentinos. They have a punishment for
All
every
of like
occasion.
set designs and like
Gangster life, puto!
Quick shout out to everyone in Haywood and Santo Domingo. Lately, the Valentinos and 6th Street have had a bigger bone to pick.
6th Street. Why'd they want to wipe you?
Can't fucking stand Tinos?
Fucking sucks.
I've dealt with 6th Street before. We do the run, they'll
It's
transfer
like-
the cred.
Come on, let's go before 6th
it's like
Street shows up.
GTA on steroids.
Shot! 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 Any more Second Amendment fans in the house, huh?
Hate those bastards. Vomit lofty patriotic bullshit all day. Time to bring on the future.
Any idea
Voodoo
how many
boys.
attacks from behind the black wall we neutralized?
These guys
If
look
the
solid.
Voodoo boys breach the black wall, we'll all be fucked.
Voodoo boys. Urban myth, I thought.
This game looks absolutely mint.
Gang.
You know, I heard a few things about you. Voodoo boys, best runners in town.
You do not steal from the Voodoo boys. I see you.
Casey
always.
Spillman, how you doing, mate?
For them, Pacifica's just Haiti 2.0. Their own island, cut off from the rest of the city.
This is our turf, our home. Until last week, the animals crawled in.
Animals are the craziest fucking gang in the city.
Breaker skull!
Animals
Yeah,
aren't the play here, are they? They're hired muscle. Someone else needs.
The size of Earth.
I fucked you over, you fucked the gang over.
She looks
And
like
we're
my
at the
dad.
start of the story, somebody fucked the corp. See how this works now?
Yep.
My husband's new
Tiger what?
very
What are they called?
high in the tiger claws.
Tiger
They
claws.
did what made the best edits.
Sick, like
Sword
Japanese
sets
sort of.
and black
I hope they
magic.
have like sick ninja fighting and
Tigers.
stuff.
They run this place.
Know what else they do well? Break the
Fucking
knees
hell,
of
that
people
looks
who
sick.
ask questions.
Gotta do something.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Swords and shit.
Come on, baby.
Moxers.
Tiger claws killed one girl too many, so people took matters into their own hands.
This game is just so sick. All the different types of people and characters and like they all look so cool and
It's
shit.
how the Mox got started.
Think you're some kind of gangoon now, huh?
Us Moxes have each other's back. We look out for one another. You looking for some company tonight?
How'd you
Yeah.
hook up with the Mox?
I thought Susie and the gang could really change something in this city.
Moxes and nomads don't seem so different. Both seem to yammer a lot about community, solidarity. Tell me about the Badlands. Not much going on out here, huh?
Au contraire. This is an ecosystem.
Shitloads of gangs. I thought there was only like 5 or 6.
Shiv, corporations,
No, it's like
and drifters,
7 or 8
they
already.
form a complete whole. Remove
What?
one part, the delicate balance topples.
Here in the Aldecaldos, it all stays in the family.
Classic dilemma. What comes first?
Like there's so
Family or the
much,
outside
like
world?
so many different things
This
going on
family will go to hell
in
and
this
back.
game.
Everyone in this city lives in
I
their
think this
own
is going to be the
bubble,
best game.
and either you
like,
fly high, or
dare I
sink
say
into
it, ever.
quicksand.
It probably is. Fucking hell. I want it now.
Mateusz, thank you so much for joining us. I have personally been really excited to give people a closer look at the gangs. We've shown a little bit on Twitter, but their styles are so distinct.
Yes, I enjoyed them a lot as well in our game. I think they're very cool.
But let's start then with the kind
He
of
loves
role
it, doesn't he?
they play.
Yes,
because
I
gangs
think
really
my
do
game is
play a
cool as well,
prominent
thank
role
you.
in Night City, correct?
Yes, definitely. The gangs, they rule the streets of Night City. You know, they have the newest cyberware, they have the newest weaponry, and they are really a power that everyone needs to take into account when they are thinking of operating in Night City. You will encounter them as you explore the city, of course, but also as you complete main quests, side quests, different jobs for the fixers. Sometimes you might even get hired by them.
But then,
Sick.
I suppose everybody's thinking then, can you join a gang?
Well, V is a merc, and mercs of Night City are
mad if
this
you can join a
unique,
gang.
distinct group that stick mostly to themselves, right? And they get jobs from variety of factions. They can get jobs from corporations, they can get jobs from gangs, they can get jobs from different kind of like influential
There's my
clients.
dad.
Because of this, nobody will ever trust a merc to be one of them, right? And the gangs are no exception here. They are looking only for like people that they know will be loyal to them, right? And that they will fight for their cause all of the time, not just some of the times when it's profitable to them. So because of this, V will mostly stick to the Afterlife. And the Afterlife are this group of mercs, this legendary group of mercenaries in Night City. They get the best jobs, they get the most money, the best clients, and so on. So if you want to become a legend in Night City, you are going
it's what
to
we
the
want to
Afterlife.
do.
So we've obviously mentioned distinct style then. So does that mean there are kind of special gang-themed weapons and items and clothing for players to find and use?
Yes, definitely. There are different vehicles that you can drive, for example. There are cars, there are motorbikes.
Adam Diamond.
Then, of course,
I think
there are
everyone's life is
different,
over once
pieces
this
of
comes out.
clothing, themed after gangs. There are weapons and so on. So yeah, definitely
All
there
the
are
different
things to
shit's
look
going
forward
on.
to.
I suppose as somebody who's spent as much time as you have kind of getting to know the gangs, I have to ask, which is your favorite and why?
So I would have to say probably Maelstrom, simply because they have this unique,
robots in their
distinct
face.
feel, and this weird aesthetic about them. So the idea about Maelstrom is they are people who want to cross the boundary between the machine and human, right? They are changing so much of their body with cyberware that they no longer look human, really. On top of that, they are also very unpredictable. It's very difficult to say what they will do at any point when you meet them. At one moment, they can be shaking hands with you, and at the other
characters
moment,
look so
they
cool.
will pull gun out on you, and they bring in this element of chaos into the game, which I really enjoy, personally.
Oh, Matty, thank you so much for joining us. It's always
Thank you for
interesting
joining us,
to
mate.
learn what
Really,
your
really
favourite
nice of
gang
you.
is. I think it kind of tells me a little bit about you.
Oh, does it? What does it say about me?
Well,
You're weird, mate.
we'll
You're
talk
into
about
robots.
that later. But for now, before we wrap up today's episode, we asked people to show us their creativity and design a PC case mod, Cyberpunk style. Our panel of judges selected 5 finalists, and we teamed them up with professional case modders to bring their concept to reality.
Ooh. These are the different, okay.
These 5 amazing designs will be fighting for the main prize, an Alienware Aurora PC, along with other awesome gaming peripherals. Brought to you by our partners, Alienware, Nvidia, and SteelSeries.
Well, I want to do this.
Let's see the mods.
That guy then.
I absolutely loved this one.
What?
The whole aesthetic works with each other.
What was that?
Absolutely next level. Honestly, kind of terrifying.
Wait a minute. Are these just like... People have just made these on computers, right? It isn't actually a thing. Are these just graphics? Have I just missed that?
Exactly the type of thing I would expect to find at a trade show.
It really looks like it could have come straight out of the game.
Are these legit things, guys? Let me know, because I might have missed that. Yeah, this is only first-person game, mate. So they have. So people have customized their
to
PC.
watch the full PC case modding video and to get more information about when the winning design will be available on charity
Show us
auction,
more of that.
stay
Looks fucking
tuned
well
to
good.
our social media channels. Looking at those PC case mods, it reminds me that we do have one more thing to reveal.
This or Ableton,
If you're going
I've
to
just
be
been
playing
asked.
Cyberpunk 2077 on
God.
PC when it launches this November, we do have some
What, so-
specs to share that I think some of you have been waiting for.
This or
The
Ableton
minimum
forever,
system
rest of my
requirements
life.
for
What would I
Cyberpunk
choose?
are a Windows 7 or 10 PC.
Probably
an Intel
Ableton,
Core
'cause you can just keep
i5
making new music, can't you?
3570K or AMD FX 8310. 8 gigs of RAM and an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 780 or an AMD Radeon RX 470.
I don't understand any shit like
In the
this.
storage department, the game will take up
I never
roughly
understand
70
this
gigs of
sort of-
space, and although it will run off a HDD, we do recommend an SSD. As for the recommended specs, you're in the green if you're rocking Windows 10, an Intel Core i7 4790
I reckon this running on the
or
Xbox
AMD
Series
Ryzen
X
3 3200G.
Will probably be
12
best,
gigs of RAM
maybe, just to the
and
power
an
of it.
NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 or AMD Radeon R9 Fury.
I mean, out of the
Thank you
consoles.
so much for joining us for episode 3 of Night City Wire.
Thank
Don't
you.
forget that if you've missed anything or if you just want to watch again, we will be uploading everything to our channels shortly, and we will be back soon with episode 4.
Thank you. There we have it, guys. Pre-order. I actually haven't pre-ordered it. I'm definitely doing it. It's coming out on Google Stadia. Has anyone tried Google Stadia? I've got it. It's not that good. Okay then. That is that. Right again, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm streaming these Night City Wires every single time they're on. I think it's like once every... Alright, next one, September the 18th. Hang on, that is fucking today. What are you on about? I thought that was the next one. I was like, cool. September the 18th, that's the next one. Today. But yeah, it looks amazing. This game looks absolutely sick. It's definitely... it looks like it's next gen, but it's mad that it's only coming out on current gen. So you can get it on PlayStation 4, you can get it on your Xbox One. I'm definitely just going to get it for PlayStation 5. I don't know what difference that's going to make between each console, whether it's going to be way better or I don't have a clue. But it's just one of them games that I think are just going to be just blow everyone's mind. Like The Witcher 3 did, that blew everyone's mind. It's CD Projekt Red. They're so good at RPG games, like role-playing games. This is like a massive open world, futuristic, fucking messed up adult game that we can play. Like I said, you can take hookers home, you can take drugs in the game, you can do pretty much everything that you could do in normal life that's messed up, or I don't know, you can get into gangs, there's loads of violence, there's loads of intense shit. You can also meet people in the streets that are attracted to you, and you can get the numbers and meet up with them, and you can create relationships with people like in normal life, and you can actually have sex with them and see it. I think you can actually see it all. You can also customize your body parts. At the beginning of the game, you get to customize, if you choose to be a male or female, you can customize your penis. So you can make your penis massive or small or whatever you want, and you can do the same to the girl's tits, but or boobies, shall I say? I don't know what's the right term to say, but anyway, I've said both of them. But anyway, yeah, so that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I might play something else later on. Just keep an eye out on my YouTube. I might do an announcement on my wAFF World Instagram. So if you haven't subscribed or followed that, go into Instagram, search wAFF_world. And yeah, I'll see you guys probably later on. And thanks for coming back. See you soon.